Hello, welcome. So I'm on my Btt chart, which I love this coin. You know, this is one of my favourite coins, probably my second biggest alt investment. And despite the craziness of what's been going on with all this Bitcoin business, we're still looking like we're trying to hold up, and we're holding up okay, to be honest with you. This isn't such a big deal for BitTorrent token. It's got its strength down, despite volume being low, and despite it being bumped on the 200 EMA. We're not making new lows technically. We're teetering on our previous low, which is around 0.00127. And to be honest, we're probably going to have a little bit more of a pullback on this coin. But I said before in my videos, I'll be very surprised if we ever got to as low as 0.0010. And I still hold on to that. This coin has got some relative strength to it, despite the market pulling the money out of all these coins. So we look at the indicators. We're not looking too good on the MACD. MACD looks like it wants to come down further, which is fine. I mean, it can come down. That's fine. I mean, I appreciate your strength here, mate. I appreciate your attempts to hold your value, but I'm not going to hold it against you if you cannot take the strain of Bitcoin, which is sucking your life force out of you. So fair play to you. You're doing all right, mate. You're doing all right. The RSI is kind of bouncing in the middle. It's signifying that there is attempts to buy back, but not a great deal of interest in this coin, but enough interest to keep it where it is, which is fine by me. So where we're going to go in the future, we need Bitcoin to resolve its personal issues. It needs to either stay where it is or come back down. Most likely it is going to come back down. Probably going to come back down to around 11ish, I reckon, at some point this week. If it really falls from grace, it's going to break through that 11. And maybe back down to the 10s or lower. It depends where the rebound is on Bitcoin to kind of give it any kind of designated target. The whole Bitcoin thing is so unpredictable to me right now. When you could say certainly that we're bullish still with Bitcoin. I wouldn't want to place any shorts on Bitcoin at all right now, not until we've seen some kind of signs to say that we are in a reversal. At the moment we're not, and to be honest with you, we could actually be looking at a blue sky break with Bitcoin. So if that happens, then you know, I don't see any reason why we couldn't go all the way back up to revisit 20 before we have a huge collapse. I mean, we are going parabolic with Bitcoin right now, so yeah, it's an interesting time, really. It's going to be an interesting week, but those pullbacks will take place, no question about it. And I'd say the higher that it goes, the lower it will fall. Look at something like Matic, for instance. That was a nice parabolic move. We're getting quite close to those kind of moves when you look at Bitcoin right now. So we all know what happens when that takes place. This has been a very early recovery for Bitcoin. I mean, it's gone crazy in such a short amount of time. And if you watch my other videos, I mean, my reasoning for that is that the crypto market is so accessible to everybody right now. You don't even need to set up, or verify accounts. Really, it's just verify your payments. You can set up an account willy-nilly, start crediting it immediately. It's actually almost too accessible in many ways. Probably gonna cause some kind of regulation at some point on that. You know, it's a little too accessible, but anyway, it's helping the price, and that's what we care about. If you've got Bitcoin, thumbs up to you. I mean, I love a Bitcoin. Generally, the whole point of this crypto market is to acquire Bitcoin one way or another. So I'm sure if you're watching this video, you will have some Bitcoin. So, well, you know, let's not pretend that we're not happy about that. But when it comes to the alts, yeah, it's a shame. It's a real shame. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Just to cut a long story short, we're holding up quite well. We're failing to make newer lows, which is great. We just need to start to bounce a little bit further up. And what we need in order to do that is for Bitcoin to behave itself and give some of that wealth back. But, you know, share the wealth. And then we can start to see some more moves up. At the moment, I don't see any reason for us to try and even test this significant support. of 0.0014. What we really need to do now is try to not make a lower low than 0.0012, which will be down here. That would be a sad day if we do make that, because that would signify a deeper pullback. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take it easy. I hope you have a nice day. I've got to get to work now, so I'll see you in a bit. All right, thanks. Goodbye.